Hello, I'm just going to make a real quick video today regarding the gold and silver price smackdown that happened yesterday. Basically, all that was a pissing contest between the Rothschilds and their privately controlled and owned central bank, otherwise known as the U.S. Fed Reserve, and the Chinese. But the Chinese lost in this case because they're on national holiday. For those of you that don't know, they're a national holiday from October 1st to October 7th. So all the Rothschild private bank did was they used the cover of not only the Chinese national holiday, but they also used the cover of the U.S. government shutdown because Bart Chilton, of the commissioner on the CFTC, the Commodities Futures Trading Commission, a regulatory agency that's supposed to provide oversight to make sure fraud doesn't happen in the commodity markets, they are on holiday because of the U.S. government shutdown. So there's no one regulating the commodity markets. Not that they ever have, because I believe that all those guys at the CFTC just give lip service. They don't do anything, as you well know, because they recently concluded a 5-year investigation of JP Morgan silver manipulation and decided there is no manipulation, which is ludicrous given the fact that even two JPM whistleblowers came forward and provided hard evidence allegedly to the CFTC over a year ago. And so it doesn't really matter if the U.S. government shut down or not in regard to the regulation of commodity markets in the United States, because basically the CFTC is my belief, in my opinion, that they collude with the bullion bankers. They allow this fraud to go on. So whether they're on holiday or off holiday doesn't mean there's any more fraud that's going to actually occur. Just the same amount of fraud will occur whether they're there or not, whether they're working or not. So that was basically just used as an excuse, a cover. But you shouldn't worry about what's going on again. And as far as this smackdown is concerned, because I'm sure that all the usual suspects like Russia, China, the sovereign funds of the Middle East are heavily buying on this dip, which again is just going to have these actions. As far as these actions the Western banking cartel are taking, every time they take it down, they're shooting themselves in the foot again, because it basically erodes any physical supplies they have of gold and silver to make good on their on future delivery for any futures contracts that need to be settled in, or that desire to be settled in physical instead of the underlying fiat currency. So it's just a game that the Western banking cartel is using to pretend and extend this fiat Ponzi scheme to keep it going as long as possible. So don't fall for it. They're just trying to convince you that physical gold and physical silver are bad, but this takedown was essentially executed and successfully pulled off without a single ounce of gold or a single ounce of physical, I'm talking physical silver sold. They're just selling paper, millions of paper ounces into the market. So we should expect I fully expect gold and silver prices to bounce back and to rise again as soon as the Chinese national holiday is over on October 8th, or perhaps even before then. So just remain strong and steady, because the physical prices, the premiums for gold still remain. I just checked today, even one day after the takedown, the morning after in Asia, still $36 higher an ounce for physical gold than the spot price for gold, and for silver, so a whopping 23%. So there's a huge 23% premium just for 2012 Canadian 1 ounce silver maple leaf coins over the spot silver price. So for people that ask me, I'm also going to take the time on some of my YouTube videos to answer some of the questions people ask me on Twitter or email into me. So although I can't answer all these questions personally directly on Twitter through email, just because we receive far too many questions for me to answer everyone directly, I will start addressing some of these questions on YouTube through my YouTube channel here. So please subscribe below, and check out the YouTube channels the YouTube channel videos I put up, because I'll start answering some of these questions. So one question one person asked was whether or not it's a good idea to buy a paper gold fund. I think it was in South Africa, that's supposedly 100% backed by gold. Well, if you look at the GLD and the SLV, which are paper ETF funds that trade on the New York Stock Exchange, they're supposedly, if you look at their prospectus, supposedly, I say, because I don't believe for one second that they actually are 100% backed by gold and silver. Paper gold and paper silver funds are not a proxy, not a proxy for actual physical gold and physical silver, because most of the times when you look at these prospectuses, only certain institutions are eligible to even ask for delivery. But as we found out, even with the GLD, the entities that are eligible will refuse delivery of physical gold. I believe it was last month. There were some instances that were reported. So you're just better off buying physical gold and physical silver. Forget about the paper gold ETFs. Forget about the paper silver ETFs. So just buy the physical gold, physical silver. As far as other people that have emailed me, and some people even actually tweeted saying that, why am I saying there are premiums that have persisted for well over a month? Huge premiums of physical gold over the spot paper gold price, and huge, even bigger premiums than physical silver over the spot silver price, because people say in Thailand it's basically the same is not true, because Thailand does not sell 4.9 fine gold in its markets. For the most part, it's 96.5% gold, which is already 3.4% less than 4.9 fine gold, which is what we're looking at when we're comparing spots and paper prices. We're looking at 4.9 fine gold. So because you have 3.5% less purity, of course it's going to be lesser, or it's going to show as maybe it's an equivalent as a spot price, because you're not taking into fact that the purity is 3.4% less than what we're looking at. So for the prices that some people say, where are you pulling those prices from? It's basically the biggest bullion dealers in the world. So it's prices that are the same most in every major market in the world. The 1 ounce gold, physical gold prices I'm looking at are 1 ounce Credit Suisse gold bars, and again, for the 1 ounce silver, I'm just looking at 2012 Canadian 1 ounce silver maple leaf coin. So it's factual. There's nothing being deducted here. There's nothing being speculated. These are just facts. So if you want to follow that, this is a daily feature that I tweet out every day. Just subscribe to our Twitter feed, and our handle there is @SmartKnowledgeU. Okay. That's it. Short and sweet today. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, stay intensely curious.